welcome back to Attingham Park for episode 15 in the origins of Feldcorp. Well, good afternoon everybody. It's been an interesting day so far today. It was quite damp this morning after that harvest we did on the sunflower with Toby, but we got that all done, as you saw in the other video. Today we've mostly been doing fertilising contracts, just to pass the time while the soil dried up a bit. So we'll close those out now, or cash them in, and get a nice bit of money in there, all four of those, and we got that seeding contract for next time most likely. So yeah, we are now up to 206 grand, which is lovely. We've had a little bit of a shuffle around with some equipment. We decided to get rid of the skip and the skip back thing that we had, and we bought this trailer, a lovely little farm tech trailer for about 7.5 grand, and that is what we are putting our manure in. If I can get up and have a look. Oh yeah, jump right into it. There we go. Yeah, that is our manure now. So we got that down here for the greenhouse, because it's just a little bit easier to manoeuvre around. Nice small little trailer. And we also bought a multi-liquid trailer for the pickup truck, one of the 82 Studios ones. So that's hanging out up there, back at the headquarters. So today, what are we doing? We are doing some spuds. We got all these lovely potatoes here are waiting to be picked up. For some reason the nitrogen is... oh, there we go, no, it's perfect here. Yeah. pH value, not half bad. I think it was just this very edge of the field for some reason. It didn't get the nitrogen it needed, or it didn't pick up quite right somehow. But yeah, who knows. But yeah, so we are going to have a crack at these. And I'm assuming we're going to get more than like 2,000 potatoes out of this. But let's have a look and see. Oh, and of course it disconnects the PTO and everything, doesn't it? For some reason. Lovely. Let us see if we can get some potatoes out of the ground. Oops, I should be on the ground. Okay, hopefully we are close enough to the edge. And we may have to set it to dump. I'm not sure if it is already. Oh, it is, that's fine. Lovely. Well, there we go. I think we are missing a little bit there by the look of it. So we shall correct that. Yeah, this has a fairly tiny working width, this thing. But it is at least digging up the old spuds. That is looking lovely. So we're just going to have to probably... oh dear. There we go. Get that up out of the way. Probably should have just taken that off, to be honest. Okay, let's get this turned around. This is a little bit bigger than I would like, but there aren't really much options, particularly not for something this small. Oh dear, we're having a bit of a weight issue now on the front. Oh no, maybe we're just getting stuck on something. Okay, let's run back up this side. It's a little field, so yeah, just make sure that we didn't miss anything there. So yeah, this is going to be exciting. We've got we can finally use our potato washing equipment, which is marvellous. Watch us not have actually missed anything coming up here. Okay, it didn't. Oh, fair enough. Not going to complain about that. Let's get this thing spun around and go for some more. So yeah, this is a tiny, awkward field, but totally worth it. I'm sure we'll get oodles and oodles of potatoes from it. There we go. Lovely. And we'll check on the sort of satellite map thing in a minute to make sure we have actually harvested. Well, we could just get to the end and then do it. That might work. But yeah, so the plan is today we are going to dig all these little spuds out, get ourselves a nice collection, see how much we've got as well because we may need to get a small trailer down here, possibly just run something over with a pickup truck, or take this potato digger upper, just run that up to the other field, and then grab a trailer on the way back to come back down here, and just deal with these. That might be a good idea. We'll figure something out though, but it all depends on how many potatoes we're going to get out of this, because it may be more than I'm expecting. To be honest, I don't really know how many to expect, because it is, like I say, it's a small field. Just want to check that we didn't miss anything down there, because it kind of... okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's a tiny, tiny field, this. I think we might be better just reversing back down and continuing up this way. I don't think we could actually get anything smaller than this. This is from the Grim potato DLC pack thing that I think it was Giants and Pepe 978 maybe released this. Definitely through Giants, but you know, it is a mod pack made by one or more modders or group of them, I believe. But, I've always quite liked it. You know, it's if you're going to do large scale potatoes, obviously you'll need much larger scale stuff than this, but it's oh, what did I just say about going all the way down to the end? Start back at this end, because it's a little bit easier. But yeah, I mean, we've already almost done this field. If I could reverse properly. Yeah, it's supposed to be 1.5 meter working width, this, so I'm inclined to think it's only 2 rows at a time that it does. So I just want to be extra careful that we do not miss anything, because you know, even though it's a small field, I think we can likely get a decent yield out of it. There's no sense in wasting the potatoes, you know. So let us just... well, let's have a look at the map now quick, see how we are doing. If I can find it, and if we can actually see anything, because it's such a small field. Well, it doesn't look like we've missed anything. Okay, maybe we can get away with 3. We'll give it a try. If we set up right in the middle, pop that down, and go for it. Yeah. Lovely. Now, with any luck, like I say, I'm kind of hoping we'll get a decent amount off this small field. We should check the prices as well when I think about it too. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, it looks like we have. Oops. Unless there's a tiny bit off to one of these sides here that we didn't catch, but I think we did get it. It's not actually digging anything up there. That's good. See if there's anything right on this far edge. I mean, there's not much we could do with this area in general, field-wise that is, because it is a tiny, tiny field. Yeah, there's nothing else there. Lovely. Okay. Yeah, it's such a tiny field. We could maybe develop it into like a little greenhouse allotment, or pop in some beehives or something like that, perhaps, just to see. But for now, let us see how much we can pick up in the bucket. See what we've got spuds-wise on the ground here. I'm going to have to just adjust it slightly. So we can get those last bits. Probably doesn't help trying to do this with that thing on the back either, and on a hill, and All sorts of excuses. I tell you what, let's pop the thing on the back just down here for a minute and see about scooping up some potatoes. Okay, now that's a bush. Okay, 429 litres so far. Let's just go straight down here and see what we get. It's filling up pretty quick. Okay, well that is just about full. Cool, that's putting some weight on the front end of this, isn't it? Yeah, definitely a bit light on the tail, but that's okay. Well, what we are going to do then is just run up to the what's this side we want to stay on? We're going to run up to the old HQ here, grab a trailer, and pop back down. I shouldn't think we'll get more than 14,000, but yeah, we should close this gate too while we're here. You can see our mess of silage bales here in the back. Yeah, they sort of all wobbled all over the place, didn't they? Oh, this was a new tanker that we bought too. Just a fairly standard liquid transport thing, and I think that was all we bought. Yeah, so we'll get that trailer and run it back down there and start filling it up, and see you at the next potato field, I fancy. Hello again, everyone. We're not quite at the other potato field now, but we're close. We're just getting some water for this tank here, because we're going to need it for the what do you call it? The potato washer thing. So let's just back carefully into there. Fill this thing up. Lovely. Yeah, we ended up getting about 8,200 litres of spuds off that first small field, so 8,000 and a bit, which was not bad at all. I think that that worked out quite well in the end. Yeah, for a small field that wasn't 100% as prepped as it could have been, I think we did all right. So that's a good thing. And now we've got this slightly bigger field to work on now. It's not massively bigger, but I think it's big enough. We should see a slightly bigger yield from it. We're just up at the sort of stream here, river, the ford crossing it. I figured that was a good place to get some free water. Yeah, just got a short drive back around the field here, and then we'll be back back to ours. You can probably see the trailer and the shed just off on the left there. Now, one thing we are looking at doing is putting in a small sort of potato cellar down the end of the field we were just at, mainly to store any excess potatoes and to make sure we have some spare for, let's see, we'll have to leave this here for now. Yeah, just to make sure we've got some spare for like replanting, because what we're going to do is we're going to be running some stuff through here. And actually, I might look at getting another trailer quick as well, because depending on how it works, obviously we've got this trailer load here. If I just jump up on it, yep, there we go. We've got like 8,000 in that, and I'm sure we're going to get more than 8,000 off of this. Obviously, these we can scoop straight into that that hopper, which will be good. But if we get another trailer with like an auger pipe on it. In fact, let's have a quick look. I don't think there's anything in the classifieds that has that at the moment. Yeah, that doesn't take potatoes. Oddly enough, it takes carrots and onions, which is peculiar. But there you go. Yeah, I know there's a couple of trailers that do have auger pipes on them. Just trying to think which ones they were off the top of my head. And I mean, we could always just buy a conveyor belt as well. Let's have a quick look over there. Because we've got, we did actually purchase one for up at the wheat field. We got one of these because it was The large trailer on the lorry was having a bit of a trouble tipping into it because it's a small trigger input. So we got this and plopped it up there, and it tipped just fine into the sort of hopper on the back of this here. So we could potentially get another one of these, I suppose. That might be something to look into. But for now, we are going to start harvesting these spuds. So let's get in here and have a look. We'll have to reconnect. I do have to reconnect the PTO again. Perhaps? No? Yes. It thinks it's... Are you going to... Ah, there we go. How strange. Didn't seem to want to connect it in the up position, but that's okay. So yeah, let's give this a try, and when we get down to the end we may look at that shed I was talking about. Well, not so much a shed as it is a, what do you call it now? Are you dropping potatoes? You are not, so I think we need to get me... Is it unloading here? It should be unloading. Oh yeah, there we go. It's just not unloading many at the moment back there. Ah, that's fine. But yeah, we're looking at getting like a brick cellar sort of thing. Now it's one of the ones I did have to adjust so it would take the premium and the washed potatoes. So that's a start. It's not looking like a very big swath, this. It's unfortunate. But hopefully it's just a bit deceptive at the moment because it's an odd angle perhaps. Yeah, we're not exactly going up rows, so to speak. But we'll see. Yep, so we got a little bit of money there now. And yep, so we are coming up here. Lovely. Get to the end of this and then flip it around and go back down the next row just to get far enough away from the thing here. Oops, no, that's backwards. Not even sure what gear I'm in. Okay, just pop it in the bush there, no one will notice. Okay, make sure we get... what I might do is drop the thing off the front when we get down and just leave it at the end of the thing there, the bucket and fork, so we can see a little bit easier from the cab. But oh, actually it's down low enough we can kind of see. As long as we got the nose of the cab on the corner there, we should be okay. But yeah. So now it depends on how many potatoes we get off of this, because I'm hoping it's going to be more than it's currently looking like, because that swath at the back was not looking massive, but it could be just being a bit deceptive. We shall have to see once we get through with the field. But, and I just realised I didn't show you the cellar thing that we were just looking at, that we're thinking about getting. In fact, we may just go ahead and get that. So we get to the end here, and out the back, lovely. Okay, raise that up a bit. Yeah, we will have to get to the front side here to put the water in eventually. To hit anything. Probably just turned around like an owl. Okay, that should be good. Yeah. Okay, well, let's have a quick look in the shop menu, and we'll find the thing. That's not the shop menu, but that is a contract that we're thinking about picking up. There's a couple of carrot contracts here. So we may get one or both of those, depending on if we can borrow the items. But yes, so build menu. Let's find it. Okay, so the one we're looking at getting is this cellar here. The sort of the one on the right hand end of the list. Yeah, the sort of brick-looking one. It's a bit expensive, but it's 100,000 litres of potatoes. I mean, we could get this one that's 30,000, or there was another potential option, but I don't think it really fit in quite so well. So we're going to go with this, I think. And if we zoom in a bit, and if we pop up the help window to check on the price, the place we're thinking of putting it is down here, just in the bushes. So it kind of looks like an old, just an old potato seller that's been here for years, and nobody's too fussed about it. It's not really in the way, not causing a scene or anything. Let's see, where's going to be the best, least expensive part. Raising it up and down a bit. Seems better up here. Oh yes, much better up this end near the tree. Okay, I want to make sure there's a little bit of space there, because there are some things there that we need to potentially get to. Okay, let's zoom out, back it up to the hedge, lower it down a bit. We had it down to what, 199 before? That was right up there. Yeah, I think we're going to go for that and see how it works. Okay, how badly has it ruined the land? Well, it doesn't look like it's ruined it too much. Okay, yep, the road's fine out there, we haven't damaged that. Smashing. Okay, yeah, I think that looks fairly good. So, let's drive up there with this, give it a little look, and see just exactly how it looks. And then what we might do is pop the water into that thing. Yeah, so this is exciting. We're getting on with some stuff here. So I'm just still unsure how many potatoes we are going to get off this field, because these swaths are a little bit sort of spotty. But again, it could be because we're kind of on an angle here. Yeah, we're not going sort of straight across. Straight would be kind of going. We're almost going straight up them, up the rows, but not quite. So yeah, it looks like the straight rows are almost following the line of the other edge. So yeah, but yeah, I mean it's not terrible. You know, it could be worse. Could always be worse. Okay. Lift that up. Get turned around here. And let's have a look at this interesting looking thing that we've got. Or did I miss a bit of the spuds there? I think I have. I'll catch them later. Looks like the ends of the rows haven't quite come off as good as they could have. Let's hop out, have a quick look. So, open the help menu. We've got a door. Okay, yep, a light. Some sort of cellar down there. It's the underside of it. Okay, let's close the door. There is, what's this? Install chute. Okay, let's install the chute. So that, I guess, is for depositing them. So that's a light, so we can turn the light on outside. Okay. And what do we install? Conveyor belt. Show auxiliary markers. Ah, okay, that's all of those. Fair enough. Put the conveyor on. So, okay. I see, so one of them is a tip in and one of them is the pull out. Okay, let's take that off for now. Well, that's cool. Actually, I quite like that. That's for the, I assume that's the input chute. For some reason it closed the door. There we go. That's open again. Cool. Lovely. Well, let's carry on harvesting this field, and we'll see how we're doing in a little while. and we'll come back once it's done, I think, and then we'll see, have a look at the spuds and start popping them into the old thing up here, the washer and sorter, and we'll have a look at doing that in just a moment. Okay, we are done harvesting that field now. We haven't picked anything up yet. We are just going to try and crash this water trailer into the barn, or the shelter rather, and collapse everything out of it from there. Now if I was smart, I'd just drive through the hedge, turn around and back up onto it properly, but no, not me. Oh yeah, this is clearly not going well. Okay, let's try this again. So yeah, this should be where we offload the water here. I believe I can get it to the... Do I have to open it? Oh, it would help if I had it selected, wouldn't it? Okay, so we are going to offload the water into there. I want to say this takes around about 1,500 tons? Or litres rather. It takes... oh, 10,000. 10,000 litres of water is what it takes. Okay, well that's good. So that's fine, we'll just drive this out of the way for now. Let's park it over here. We are done with that. I'll get out into the hedge as usual. Lovely. Oh, that does have a trailer hitch on it too. Splendid, that's good to know. So we'll get back in the old tractor here and turn it off, because that's clearly what I wanted to do. Oh dear, this is not going according to plan, is it? So let's just zoom in a little bit and see about picking up some of these potatoes. Oh, a little bit lower. Is that low enough? Okay, that's low enough. Yeah, now I was looking at the yield data for this field as well as we were just coming to the end of it, and I don't think we're going to get a particularly good crop out of this. Now, according to the information from the map, it's only going to be about an 89% expected yield anyway, which is not the greatest. But on top of that, I don't think we limed and fertilised it properly either, because we didn't get the scanner on it quick enough. We may not even have we scanned this one yet? Yeah, we have scanned this. Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't limed, it probably wasn't fertilised quite properly, but all in all it was not the best field. It didn't have the best stuff to begin with, and I don't think it wasn't going to give the best yield anyway, and we didn't have it properly set up either, so I'm not surprised that the yield is a little bit on the low side. However, we will make do. The good thing about this is, even if these aren't, this isn't the highest yielding of crops, I'm still not quite picking up all. Let's try that. Ah, that's a little bit better. Okay, yeah, if we go to the seasons menu quick, and look at the price guide, regular potatoes, maximum price, 377 per 1,000 litres, which is coming up soon. Now the other ones are, we've got a choice of either washed potatoes for up to 526 per 1,000, or premium potatoes that can be up to 906. That's more than double the standard price of potatoes. So let's see what it looks at, what it's looking like at the moment. Yeah, with 300. It's actually going up. Mrs. Holland's shop is 380 for potatoes. So let's have a look at the others. Premium ones, currently the highest is 850 per 1,000, which is not bad. So we'll carry on and we'll do this, because even if we don't get like a humongous crop out of this, we're getting double the value anyway, so and this field is ever so slightly off. Yeah, we may have to look at getting a small to medium harvester thing. Pick it up, thank you. Maybe going just a bit fast for the Yeah, there's a tiny bit of a hill here, it looks like, or what do you call it? Like a gradient, I guess. That's okay then. Let's turn around and get this popped into the processor. So, I mean, we've got 2,500 already. That's not bad. If we get, we should get at least a 10,000 off of this, I would guess. So this now goes into the hopper on this side. And like I say, if you have a conveyor belt, you can do that and just dump it straight in. This should tip in with the high tip. There we go, and that's off and running. Lovely. Splendid. So yeah, that will start processing. And we should be able to see from here. Yep, that's 17%, so that looks like it will take probably about the same, about 10,000, which is not bad. And then they'll process and kick out here, and then we take them from here and pop them into here. Now, the interesting thing about this is, while it is a global company mod, it has actually been tweaked and customized a tiny little bit for us by the amazing Polycount Taz, or Taz from Polycount Modding. So that is really cool. So what that should do, if I remember correctly, is instead of just outputting loose potatoes into a trailer or bucket or something, what it should do is output either bags or pallets of potatoes, of premium, sorted proper potatoes, and we get some pig food out of it as well, which I'm not sure if there is actually a buyer for pig food at the moment. If there's not, we may have to investigate perhaps getting one, see if we can entice a business into the area so we can sell some of our pig food. But I mean, we won't get a lot, but it comes in usually a pallets of 1,000 every so often, so I'll have to give that a look-see as well, because if that's worth selling, then it's an extra byproduct, so that's never a bad thing. I keep missing just little bits here. I'm hoping it's just going to be doing this on the very edge of the field. It could also be the width of the bucket too. Well, not the width of the bucket, but the width of the pickup for the bucket. I figure we'll just collect these off the end first. Try not to squash too many of them. And we are almost at a full bucket load again. That should do it. Yeah. Now, I should really have a weight on the back of this, but it's doing just about okay. Now it looks there like we actually missed a patch from harvesting. Again, might be an issue just with the gradient there, but we shall see. So let's pop this in, and oh dear, yeah, it's a little bit on the loose side there. I wonder if there's now there is a weight for this that we could look at getting, which I might run up to the store and get, which is a special weight specifically for this tractor. There we go. It is like a little concrete block that fits in the backside of the tractor just there. So let's have a quick look at that in the store, because if it's worth it, we might grab it. I can never remember the name of it, so searching is not an option. Ah, here it is. It's only 700, but there's one for each model of tractor, but I think it's the same one. And I have a feeling we may need to grab that with pallet forks, but I'm not sure. But yeah, let's go ahead and buy that. And I'll run up to the shop quick and pick that up, and see you back here in just a moment. Alright, here we are back again. We've got the lads from the shop to help us on with that weight, and that seems to be making quite a difference now. So that is, I mean, it's still not quite as heavy as it could be. We've still got a tiny little bit of little bit of tip there if we're not careful, and plus we're going over some fairly uneven ground here. But yeah, so long as we're careful, it's definitely made it a bit better. So let's pop some more of these in here. Okay. And I think what we are going to do is grab some out of here, out the other side, and pop them in the thing around here and start that processing as well. Okay, so if I do that, there we go. Oops. Completely missed the fill plane there as it was coming down, but hey ho. Okay, so now if we're careful, we should be able to tip them in up here. I'm hoping. This action cannot be performed here. Okay, where can it be performed then? Ah, there we go. It's an odd placement for the trigger, but just got to find it now. Again. Lost it because I tried to tip too far, or too fast or something. There we go. Okay, so it's sort of off the back end a little bit there, but that is processing nicely. Let's have a look at the information for it. Yeah, now this one only takes 4,000 at a time, and that'll churn out premium potatoes and pig food. So we shall leave that chuntering away while we scoop up more. And in fact, if I could not get it caught on the post, that'd be really handy. What we could do is pop another. Yeah, why don't we do that? Pop another load of this in there. It looks awful, but I guess you're supposed to fill it into a trailer. Okay, and pop that into here. For some reason it wants to... There we go. Okay, that must be at its maximum now then, I'm guessing. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's only 4,000 at a time. Typically we've got a tiny bit more than that, so maybe we'll just give it a moment and see if we can add some more. Oh yes. How long does it take to process? Oh, there we go. It's probably going to say it's full again. But not quite. Okay, splendid. Well, that's empty, so that's good. So let's get some more potatoes in the hopper and get that lot processing. And it looks like these lanes are spaced out just enough. We kind of have to just zoom up and down them, which is fine because we'll scoop them all up and then see how we do. So we put, what, 3 bucket loads in, I think, already? This will be the 4th one. Oh, that would work. Yep, this will be bucket load number 4. So yep, I shall get that, get the rest of this field picked up and run into the, well, hopefully we've got enough we can fill up that thingamadoodle, the washer, and then we'll see what comes out of the sorter there. So I shall catch up with you all in a little bit. Okay, here we are now. We've finally finished scooping up everything out of that field. We've run it all through the potato washer here, and we've ended up with just over 19,000 litres off this one field. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is just pop that trailer over there into storage, the potatoes down at the end there, and we can use those for reseeding. We may look at getting another, like some sort of pallet container possibly, to drop some off down at the other farm area, or the other field rather. But now we finally get to use this potato sorter that is originally a global company one. I forget if I've said this before, but yeah, it's originally, or standard, a global company one, but it was modified by the amazing Taz from GBModding. probably count Taz, you'd probably see him around as. He kindly modified this and shared it with me. It's slightly different from the standard one insofar as it produces pallets, which is pretty cool. So yeah, let's get some of these pallets out so it can keep processing. So we have, let's see, I think we can only take them out one at a time anyway, so let's pop one of them out. Hopefully it's going to work. And drop this down to 1,000, by 1,000, and there should be 3,000 litres in here. 1,000 litres in here. And there is. Splendid. So now all we need to do is switch the tools around on this, and as you can see we bought the truck up with a thing on it, trailer, so we just need to unconnect that, pop it off, grab this little handy dandy bag lifter, because you know it's not in the most accessible of spots there, but yeah, I could have placed it a bit better I suppose, but oh well. And we can pick it up, which is handy. So I think what we are going to do is crash into that post again. Now we got what is it? We got 19,000 litres of spuds, so we're going to get around about I think 15,000 litres of these things, of regular potatoes, or not regular but sorted potatoes. So because there is a bit of a drop off with the what do you call it, sorting process. You know, some of it goes to pig food, some of it goes to just standard, well, not standard, they are premium potatoes. They are delicious and full of goodness. So I think what I might do is, if I'm going to be taking them out like that, let's just move this and pop them on endwise, I think, or I can run over that pole. That would work too. Yeah, if I get this up that way, then I can hopefully just drive them on at the end and call it good, and then push them down as needed, because we are going to probably get quite a lot. Yeah, I mean 15. I don't know if this little trailer will take 15 pallets. That's going to be quite a lot of pallets. Now, let's pop that one down there. And that is hanging over the side just a bit. I hope that's not going to cause a problem. So let's get another one of these out. Now we're going to have to put some more washed potatoes in here as well. So that's number 2. So I shall continue on into the night with this and get all these sorted through and in pallets, and I mean potentially we could just take them out of these pallets here and pop them in into the cellar at the end. But or, I mean maybe we'll do a mix of both. Oh dear, I didn't pick that up too well, did I? Let's get that on here. Yeah, still not a lot of weight on the back of this. So yeah, let's plonk that up there. Okay, so we can probably get some pallets on here. We'll see how it goes. But yes, so I shall continue on into the night with this. Some of these will take down and store at their headquarters for now. We sorely need to find some more land and get some what do you call it going? What's that stuff? More shed space, more yard space. An actual yard would be lovely. I mean, again, one of these small fields, you know, this one maybe we could turn into a yard rather than a potato field, or we could buy one of the other fields around and flatten some space out, that sort of thing. We'll see how it goes. But for now, I think that is where we are going to stop. We shall continue on with the picking up and the sorting of the potatoes, and we'll get those boxes out of there and load some up, take them down to the thing, and yeah, we shall continue sorting our spuds. Now that always looks horrible, but I am catching them all. We're not losing any. So, yeah. But yes, so if you've enjoyed whatever this was, then please give us a like and hit that subscribe button too if you haven't already. And if you'd like to leave a comment, they are always welcomed. And if you could share this video, that would be greatly appreciated. This is where I end up looking like a complete numpty and spilling potatoes all over the floor because I can't find the trigger drop off. It's around here somewhere. There it is. Lovely. Yes. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and hope to see you all next time. Cheerio.